sure? Okay. We rolling?
We rolling.
You sure?
Yep.
All the little red lights are on?
All the lights of red are on. I don't know if I can navigate your chairs. Okay, that's better.
Navigate? What? There's no navigation to a chair.
It is. It's like, well, I like to sit up in the chair. I don't like to sit back in a chair. And so I want to sit up here, but there's that hard-ass bar.
Is not
so
great.
then it's not comfortable. So I have to kind of sit back, but I don't like the sit back thing. So I have to navigate the chair.
I'm gonna do this.
I think what I should do is look at the camera.
Headshot.
No, look at the. Why did you?
Because I was gonna clap earlier, and
You don't have to do
I
that.
do because it's really fiddly to line up the audio with the video. It takes me far too long.
You do understand that you have an audio track on the Zoom and an audio track on the
that's
camera.
what I use. But
And all you have to do is expand them out so that you can see them well and line up a peak, because there's always a peak somewhere.
I know, but I don't want to. It's just easier if it's.
And then you have to use your
right
ears
there
and eyes. You have to make sure that my mouth is saying what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, then why are you clapping?
Because it's just
it don't make
easier
life easier.
It does.
It don't make life easier.
Look, man.
It really doesn't.
If they do it on movie sets, that means it makes it easier.
No, it doesn't. They do a lot of
think
things
they
on
just
movie
do it
sets
for the hell of it?
No, I think they do it because it adds other information. They have that board that has more detailed information about the scene they're shooting, as well as creating that thing for sync. But think of it this way. Here's the scene. Whack. Now, I'm going to edit the whack out.
Yeah.
So when I go and I want to look at, say, 10 minutes into that scene or 5 minutes into that scene, I might have to mess with the audio. Maybe it gets off for whatever reason. There's all kinds. So you're still going to be kind of eyeballing and listening. So just eyeball and listen, man. It's fine. I must say, I'm going to say it here. I'm going to say it on the podcast on Thursday. Traveling Fars. You guys know Traveling Fars. I'm cheating.
Cheating?
Cheating.
In what?
I feel like I am cheating because I'm not wearing a mask. And it's great.
Not wearing a mask.
I wear here, right now, in the moment. No mask. So you don't understand. I do 9.5 hours every day with a mask on.
Yeah.
I'm working in no mask. I'm cheating. I feel great. It's awesome. It's even starting to hurt my nose. Anybody have this? Where the mask is kind of pushing on your nose enough that it's starting to make up here.
Your mask is too small.
No, I think it's just too tight. I think I'm tying it too tight, but I'm trying to tie it tight to keep the air from coming up under my glasses and fogging up my glasses. So I tie it tight, and then I kind of wedge my glasses on my nose. And I think all of that pressure together is causing this pain up here in where the cartilage meets the bone.
Yeah, that's why
it's like a bruise now. Yeah, it's not fun, people.
That's why
it's not fun.
I stopped wearing the tube sock things that we have.
Because it smashes your nose?
Yeah, because it's elastic, so it smashes down on your face. Working without a mask, and you feel like you're cheating.
I feel so good. I feel so good.
I think everybody feels so good when they can,
It's like a Chuck Mangione song. Yes, I did. Yes,
really?
I did. Yes,
Really?
I did. I wonder if we can. I think we might be able to actually take that song.
Huh?
It's an old song, man. It might not have copyright anymore.
I ain't gonna risk it.
Flugelhorn. Gotta love it.
I'm not gonna risk it.
It was even in Doctor Strange.
I know. Little Doctor Strange has already peeked his head in.
It was in Doctor Strange.
You saw it.
I love that shit. I need some notes on this shot. If you don't like this shot, if you think it's bad, if you something about it you don't like it, I need to know. I need to know from you. He will not give me notes about this shot, so
Because
I
like
need
this
to
shot.
know. And I need to bring in the Hans Charles. Maybe he should give me notes. That's why I wanted you to look at the thing, but then you clapped. I wanted to get a photo of us sitting here, this shot, and maybe send it to Hans and say, what could I do to make this better? Because, you know, world famous Hans Charles. I said that to him. He was like, I'm not world famous. Yes, world. If we are in the world,
Yeah.
you are now world famous. So we're in Egypt. You're world famous in Egypt. We were in Mexico. He's world famous in Mexico.
What was he nominated for?
13th,
No, what award?
cinematography.
What's the name of the award?
Cinematography.
The actual, like, thing. It's not a Grammy, is it?
Oh, Oscar.
An Oscar. Okay. That's what I was asking. That's the award name.
Yeah. World famous, man. Hans Charles. Did I send you the picture yet to put in the videos?
I don't remember.
You need to have the Hans Charles in our video, man. He's always like right here giving me notes about the shot. That's
in your head.
He's like the little angel right there on the ear. My cinematographer angel.
In your head.
No, on the shoulder. That's where the angels go. One angel, the angel on the shoulder, the devil on the other side. I get my little Hans Charles, my little Menelek.
Menelek is your cinematography devil.
Yes.
Why? Because he doesn't
Anybody
care
who
about
watches,
cinematography?
look, anybody who watches or listens to the Back of the Theater podcast will understand completely. Cinematographer Hans Charles over here.
You need to make them.
Director, writer Menelek over here.
You need to make them Funko Pops and sit them on your shoulders.
Now you want me to make Funko Pops.
They have blank ones that you can actually paint on.
Well, it looks like you're going to be making Funko Pops because I am not. If I make it, it's going to look like a stick man with a camera. It'll be a stick man with a red Komodo.
It'll just say red on it.
That's right. In my handwriting.
Yeah.
And anybody who's been in my class knows that my handwriting is
It's not
terrible.
not all that legible.
I don't even read it most days. Keep
That's
that in mind. That in mind. All right.
I have a list.
I have a list.
This morning, you have a list.
Watch out now. See, man.
See,
You can't
what?
go
You
for 2
can't-
weeks. You can't go for 2 weeks. See.
No, I mean,
And I
last
was
week-
prepared. I even wrote on the list. Aaron's game chat notes for 3-1, 3-8, and 3-15 because this morning he came to me and said he got nothing.
Yeah, I
Nothing for you, the people.
I felt really lazy this morning, and I think I just didn't wanna.
I don't want
So then I didn't really do any research, and I was like, we can't
See,
do it because I don't
and
have anything.
that's that kind of laziness. We can't
and
stand for that.
And then I went and did some research, and now I have.
Oh! Is that what happened? You just went and did
Yeah,
some research on your own?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't.
You
really
chastised me for not
Thank you.
for not doing any
Give me
research.
my 100% teacher props here because I motivated the student to go out, and while he's telling me nothing is happening in the world of gaming, and I'm going, wait a minute. All these people I listen to put out shows about gaming, but you ain't got nothing, but they got stuff. I think you need to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. So I have a few things from last week because I did do the same amount of research last week, and I found nothing really interesting to talk about.
See, I think there's the problem. Nothing interesting.
If it's not interesting, like if I wouldn't watch someone talk about it, then I don't want to talk about
Yes,
it.
but the people.
I
The
don't-
people
The problem
might want
is-
to know about it.
I know, but the problem is I don't care about Final Fantasy 59 or whatever the hell number they're on.
No,
I just don't care.
But you don't have to care. But you could.
But I can't have an opinion on it.
You could just mention it. Like you could have new news taken from the classroom of me. You could have new news. Things that have happened in the week. A list. Not something that you comment on. Literally a list.
Just say it.
Shit that happened this week. Or the last 2 weeks. And then that's it. But then, the stuff you care about, you can editorialize. You can give your comments and opinions. People, what do you want to know? What do you want to hear from him? Remember, it's his show. I'm just here for color. Literal.
Yeah, because I'm as pale as this stupid wall back here.
That wall's gray. It's got more color than you do.
It does.
Keep talking.
The big thing of last week is I beat Splatoon 2.
I was
did
there.
it.
I watched it.
I beat it. Played the whole thing.
And now I'm on World 4 starting today. And how many worlds? There's only 5.
Yeah.
So I'm on World 4. I beat World 3 this morning. So I'm still going. I'm still going.
Yeah.
But I have news about this.
You have news.
I have notes about this. The drift is upon us.
I told you.
It's happening to me now. He's sitting there,
I knew it.
go dink, and it's this one.
Yes,
Dink,
it's the
and next
red
thing you
one.
know, I'm spinning around.
Yeah, it's the red one.
So
And that's in
people,
I noticed it in
the
Smash.
drift is real. So now I'm thinking, do I need to put it down and pick up the Pro Controller?
Maybe.
Have you played Splatoon with the Pro Controller?
Almost exclusively.
So you've never played with it?
No.
So wait.
I played it some
Oh.
handheld.
So
But I
you-
don't like it handheld because I don't like the Joy-Cons. They're too
What?
cramped feeling for my hands. I want the bigger controller. It's more comfortable.
I haven't even played one moment with the Pro Controller.
You should.
But I also have not played Splatoon on the TV. I kind of wanted to
Should
play
do
the
that, too.
whole game in the handheld mode just to see what it's like.
And then go and play it on the TV.
Maybe.
Just to
Go
do
back and
comparisons.
do other stuff. Maybe do the online or whatever. Because I haven't done any multiplayer either. So I've only done the main campaign handheld. And once I fix the whole don't move when I move the thing,
Yeah.
that setting, I forget what it's called.
Gyroscopic.
Yeah, once I turn that off, I can play like normal, and it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
And it's a okay experience. So I had to interject. The drift is real. The drift is happening. Soon we're gonna need new Joy-Cons.
I noticed it in Smash. Like when I went to do a move, I'd do move and then they're still sitting there charging, and I'd have to jimmy around.
Jimmy around?
Yeah, because sometimes you have to just hit buttons or just move the sticks in a direction.
Speaking of Smash, did you see Corridor's new video about Smash?
I did not. I saw that it was
came
posted.
out. It
but
came
I
out a
didn't
couple
see
hours
it.
ago.
I know. I haven't watched it yet.
You see, I'm like not really covering my mouth. You need to definitely watch it. They make a whole new game.
I saw the title, but I haven't watched it.
If you're not watching the Corridor, you're just not in the know, man. You gotta
You're
watch.
missing out.
You are missing out. All right, continue with your
I watched
thing.
their
I'm going back to my homescapes.
I watched their Handsome Squiggle video yesterday.
That one is funny.
That one is funny. they do some ridiculous stuff.
Yes, they do. It's all about the ridiculous.
E3 2021. Almost all the big names aren't there.
Okay, but why would they be?
Because
It's virtual again.
Yeah. And then I asked, why is it even happening?
Because no matter what, if I make a game, I want that out there. I want people to get excited for it. I want to pub it.
Yeah.
Hardware, I don't know, maybe if there is a new piece of hardware, okay.
I don't think E3
Microsoft
shows-
already showed off their hardware.
I don't think E3 shows hardware.
I think.
Other than a console.
No,
think
I
they
don't know.
show
I think if it's
hardware.
related to gaming, it was probably a part of E3. Like it was there in the gallery space.
Oh, yeah.
So it would have been a part of it. So when people were there walking around, they saw all of it at the same time. Now, how much was there? I don't know. Because I mean, when you think about it, if you're there like if you're Sony and you're pubbing games on your system. So there's hardware now.
Yeah.
And you're also going to be pubbing your controller, and you're going to be pubbing any accessories that are licensed by Sony. So yes, there's going to be hardware. But I think everybody is finding new and interesting ways to get their information about their upcoming projects and products. But I think it's still necessary. I think it's just dying slowly. Like at the end of this lockdown, no convention thing, I think what's going to happen is we're going to have a shift, and I think all conventions are probably just going to disappear, except for the ones where it's literally about the fans. The ones where people cosplay like to the things and all those are for the fans. Yeah. So then the fans are going to want to come back to that. But as far as E3 and all the hectic hell that people went through to cover it, to go to it, to be invited to the different panels and all that kind of stuff, I'm sure that they're probably not hating that they're not going as much, because it was, from a business standpoint, it's a huge headache.
Yeah.
So.
And I think when it was canceled last year, all the big names, Ubisoft, Microsoft, Nintendo, all of them, they were just like, okay, we're just our name online now. That's where you'll find.
And then a virtual show.
Yeah. It'll just be
a virtual presentation.
Yeah, it might be a thing that goes a couple days, like a con, like BlizzCon went for like 3 days,
but it lives forever online.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They posted 3 different streams.
Right.
On 3 different days. So I don't know. E3 might just become an indie con.
A what?
An indie con.
What the hell is it? Why would it be indie? You're saying who would be there?
The small.
Yeah, but E3, what? Only for the indie developer? You're saying?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It would be the small ones.
Maybe. I don't think it's cost effective anymore to create a booth and make all this hoopla and do all of these things for an event that no one can go to. I don't say now. I think Apple has shown everybody the way. You create a virtual space within a real space, and you put all your time and energy into making and polishing the hell out of that, and then you talk about your products in an interesting, cool way. And that's all anybody ever needs.
Yeah.
Because you watch Apple's last things and you're like, whoa.
They got drone shots.
Even Peter McKinnon was like, let's break down how they even did this.
Yeah.
Well, when people start looking at, say, YouTubers that are innovative and bringing them into their houses so that they can then make really cool looking videos that attract other people watching YouTube, why have a space outside of the merchandise? See, the merchandising is the other side of this, because those things were there. So you'd have at E3, I think the E3, or what's the other one for hardware that happens that I talk about all the time?
I don't remember the name.
What's the name of it? It's the one about hardware, the one about cameras and all the other stuff. It already happened.
Yeah.
That one. They'll have like a Funko booth. They'll have a thing where the new release stuff and the exclusive things and all of that. But then, how are you going to get that? And then that experience, I think, is going to be what gets diminished the most. Yeah. Because buying your digital game, not such a big deal. Making the game available after the event, okay, great. I'm going to go download it anyway. I don't need to be here to do that. Right. So I think businesses are just going to shift. Just like with workers today, they're going to shift. They're going to shift over and go, why do we have all this office space?
Yeah.
Why are we wasting time? We could just pay. We could pay for people to have the best internet available at home and let them work from home.
Yeah.
We would come out cheaper. In just toilet paper, we'd come out cheaper.
I found out the reason that developers are putting their games on Epic and not Steam.
Give us the reason.
Epic only takes 12% of all sales and Steam takes 30%. So it is cheaper to put it on Epic.
Both are PC only, right?
Yes.
It's cheaper to go on Epic, man.
Yeah, it is. And speaking of Epic,
Speaking of
there was a game that was released, I believe, on the 3rd of February. I forgot to write down the date. It's right there. It's called The Pathless, and it came out on iOS, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. But on PC, it's only on Epic, which I was unhappy with. But I do have the iOS version because it's free, and on PC it's like $30 or something. And it's on Epic, and that's just 2 slashes in the lose column for me. But it's from the makers of Abzu, and you played Abzu, so it's got that art style, but it's an adventure, open world style fighting game where you fight bosses and such.
Abzu's fun. I haven't played Abzu.
It's got
Very relaxing.
Yeah, this one is.
It's not like Subnautica.
No, not like Subnautica. This one it's kind of relaxing. It's got some fun puzzles in it that haven't been too difficult yet. I've only done one boss. The movement is really fun and bouncy, and the world is pretty because the art style is the same.
We like the pretty.
It's nice to look at. And even with the touch controls, it's pretty fun, which I think is a feat to do on iOS, because being an iOS gamer first, I know how bad touch controls are.
I guess I don't have a real. I always saw the problem of the touch controller, really the problem of the hardware reading my touch. I never saw it as a game problem. I always saw it as a hardware problem. So when the processor got better, the touch controls naturally got better.
No, because
I'm using touch right now.
I mean, the limitations of, but you're not playing a first-person shooter.
This is true.
On your iPhone,
which I don't do.
You know, and there are many limitations there. Even just playing with a controller, you're faster, and you can hit more buttons at once.
If you're gonna complain about this, get your new Xbox controller and hook it up to your new iPad.
But the problem is, I have a controller that goes to my iPad. I just don't have it with me.
Your SteelSeries controller did not come with you?
No.
Dude.
It didn't. My Xbox controller came with me.
Dude.
Yeah, I've been.
What kind of gamer are you that leaves your controller
I've been kicking myself.
Mexico.
I've been kicking myself ever since we started moving.
I think I need to be kicking you.
Because I was like, yo, yeah, I'll just go grab my controller. And then I looked and I realized that it wasn't in any of my stuff. So.
Who does that?
I thought I put it in there.
Who leaves their gun at home and runs to the gunfight?
Anyway.
Y'all need to get on it. That's all I can say. Y'all need to get on it. There's some bullshit right there.
I'm upset at myself.
No,
about it.
I think everybody else needs to be upset with you too.
Probably. Yeah, you're right. But I do want to play it on PC, but I don't want to buy it. I want to play it on PC because with my iPad, it doesn't run at its full capacity. Like just the game itself. I looked at all the settings, I put them all at max, and it still doesn't look as good as it does on PC because it just doesn't have the processing power. And
is this an iPad problem?
Yes, it's an iOS.
Is it an iPad problem? Your iPad?
Oh, maybe it could be.
Because you don't have the newest processor that Apple puts out in iPads right now.
Yeah, it could be mine because mine's like 6 years old, right?
But no, what version of iPad do you have?
The iOS version?
No, version of iPad.
The iPad Pro version 1.
Right.
12-inch version 1.
Right. That's your problem.
So, yeah, it could be that.
Well, it makes a big difference,
my hardware just isn't
up to snuff.
Up to snuff. And there was a bug where I beat the first boss and I came out of it and you're back in the world and there are these big black squares all over the place and I restarted the game, restarted my iPad, it didn't change anything.
Oh my.
So I don't know what's going on there, but
better hit them forums.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But I do want to play it on PC, and I do want to play it with a controller because I think it would be way more fun.
Way more funner.
That's okay. It would be more fun, not way more funner. 'Cause that's funner's not a word.
Hey man, English teachers, we can do that.
So, from this week, this is the list from this week.
This is the new news.
Yes. Apex is allowing players to solo queue.
Which means
You can go into a game by yourself. You don't have to have a squad.
So that means it's like a mini campaign until you die.
No, it's just multiplayer, but you're against other people.
By yourself, but that's Fortnite.
No, it's not, because in Fortnite there's a free-for-all mode or a squad mode.
Right.
So in Apex, what they're doing is they say to each individual player, do you want to play with a team or do you want to play by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And if you choose play by yourself and I choose play with a team, you are by yourself against teams. Because there are some people who, I hate these people, who will go into the game and as soon as you drop, they'll split off and go by themselves and put you at a detriment because now you're only 2 instead of 3. And they'll be like, oh, I'm big and bad and I can just run around and kill 3-person squads all by myself and I don't need you. And then they die and you can't get to them because they're laying in the circle and you physically can't go get their stuff. And then they're gonna type at you and be all upset. And it's like, guess what? Screw you. You thought you were big and bad and you suck. So,
Oh my.
for all those people who think they're all special, go be special by yourself.
But apparently they put that mechanic in because apparently somebody's been successful at it. Somebody has gone in and done well.
I don't think that's why they put it in. I think because people like me who are team players.
Oh, you're a team player now.
Yes.
Really?
Who are team players
Wow.
and actually like want to succeed with other people have been complaining to Respawn and saying get these people out of here.
But that doesn't get them out. That just
It
gets
does,
them
it
off
gets
your
them.
team.
It does, yeah, that's out.
But doesn't because they're in the game.
Yeah, but they can die easier because it's just one person. They have no one to back them up.
But it seemed like that would be a fun way to play. Like if you're just, I'm gonna be sniper all the time. Like
Maybe.
I'm literally gonna be sniper all the time.
Maybe.
That's a
I mean, you can't stay still for very long, but maybe.
well, you snipers don't necessarily stay still. They go, they take somebody out, they move, and they perch themselves and take somebody out and move. That's the idea. So why not have that guy out there who is a lone wolf, a Ronin? Yes, there's a movie. Yes, it has De Niro in it.
Ronin? Isn't that the Keanu Reeves movie?
No,
Or is that The Last Samurai?
that's not Keanu either. That's Tom Cruise.
There's one. There's a movie that has something to do with samurai and it's got Keanu Reeves in it.
Are you sure about that?
I've seen a clip from it.
Is this new or old?
I don't know. I don't think it's new. But yeah, I don't like the people who solo Apex when they're supposed to be on your team. And then want to get mad at you that you aren't helping them.
All right, Last Samurai, I was correct. Tom Cruise. I'm still looking for the Keanu thing. Keep going. That's it?
No. That's not it. British escapee caught because he went out to buy Call of Duty.
Why do you have to go out to buy Call of Duty?
I don't know, because he wanted a physical copy for some reason.
Why would an escapee need a physical copy of anything?
I don't friggin' know. This guy broke out of prison. He broke out of prison and was able to avoid arrest from November 28th of last year till now, because the story I read was uploaded just a couple hours before. but was caught after he left home during the pandemic to try and buy the new Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a dumb criminal.
Absolutely sounds like a dumb criminal. You are talking about 47 Ronin.
I knew I had Ronin in the name.
2013 with Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
Don't know if he's the main character, but I would assume probably is
Keanu
because it's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that sounds like a really dumb criminal.
Yeah, it is.
And the story that I saw from PC Gamer, they said should have just stayed home and downloaded it.
If
Like,
you're-
why wouldn't that be your first thought?
Why do you need a physical copy and you're on the run?
I don't know.
Like, if you're on the run, why would you want to carry a physical copy?
I have no idea.
I mean, we don't want physical copies, and we're staying in places for like months and
I don't know.
Really,
It's
people.
so dumb.
Really.
It's so dumb to me. It's why?
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Why?
I agree with you.
I took your advice and looked at the Steam.
Everybody should take my advice.
I looked at the Steam stats for the most popular.
There's a lot of stats, aren't there?
Yeah, but I only focused on the most popular games this week.
Mm-hmm. And
The top 5
give it to
most
me.
popular games on Steam this week:
I'm ready.
CS:GO,
Still.
Dota 2.
Did you compare with last week?
No,
Just to take a look and see if it's still like moving spots or anything?
no.
Okay, keep going.
I'm only doing this week. PUBG, Valheim, and Apex.
These are the
The top 5 most popular
Top 5.
games of this week.
on Steam.
GTA is number 6 on the top 100 list.
I told you, man, that GTA, it is hanging tough.
I don't know.
I
don't
told
know
you
how.
that. I told you
It's
that.
so weird to me.
I mean, when they talk about Game of the Year, they always have to put GTA 5 in there. They've had to put GTA 5 in Game of the Year talks every year since it's come out. Because its sales are so high. It's not going, it's not going down.
It hasn't.
It's
fallen
like
yet. There's no arc.
everybody
It's
is
just-
it's just
It
buzzing along, man.
It got to a point and hasn't come.
And
down
they're talking
yet.
about a GTA 6. I don't know why. Like,
I mean, updated graphics. Because they haven't updated the graphics of GTA since it came out, which was in like
I get that,
2015
but
or
I
something.
don't know if they need to.
I don't know. I mean, they have a map creator.
I don't know what they have on.
They do. They have.
I have the game, and I've played just like that much of the campaign.
Yeah, they have a map creator. You can play with as many people as you want. You can make up your own games. I mean,
I'm telling you, man.
it's almost like a mini version of like Dreams or something, with the amount of stuff that you
Customization you could do.
can make in the game to do. Because I assume once you get through the campaign, which I have no idea about the campaign, I've never seen or played it.
You should play it. I got it.
Should I?
I mean, it's
Do you
first
want
person.
to see it?
I mean,
It's
when
first person if you hit the button to make it first person.
No, it's first person when you go into the shooting part.
No,
Like if you're-
because if you want, it can be third person.
Who would want that?
You know, someone who likes third person.
But if
over
you
first
like
person.
first person shooters, you can go that route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to see it?
What?
Us play GTA 5. Campaign of GTA 5.
I was stuck trying to take out some drug dealers.
Isn't that always the way?
It's always the drug dealers, man.
It's always the dealers. But the amount of stuff that you can do in it is ridiculous. But I imagine once you get through the campaign and you're bored, then you just start making up stuff. You start. See, I always thought.
Fly a plane.
Yeah, I always thought that GTA was just run down the street and punch old ladies.
It was,
And
but not GTA 5.
no, it's evolved.
Well,
You know, punching old ladies.
yeah, but it's evolved. I mean, you have to remember, this is GTA 5.
Yeah. And
Back in GTA 1, yeah, that was the thing. People were punching old ladies.
And I don't think there's only 5.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think there's actually like 8,
I have no idea.
because there are ones that aren't numbered.
I have no idea.
So which is always weird to me, like they did with Street Fighter.
Is there a Vice City? Or
Yes.
is that a different game?
GTA Vice City. Yeah, I think that's a thing. I don't know. Watch Dogs Legion
What about Watch Dogs Legion?
has been delayed due to a multiplayer bug. Delayed on PC due to a multiplayer bug. Ubisoft says we will communicate the new launch date ASAP.
ASAP. Stay tuned, people. Stay tuned.
Which I don't know. I've played some of Watch Dogs 2. I've played a little bit of it. It's okay. It was alright.
It's not The Witcher.
I like the movement.
It's not The Witcher.
The Witcher.
It's not The Witcher. Like, it's not as good as The Witcher.
Oh, I can't even comment on how good The Witcher is because I didn't even play it the way it was supposed to be played. So you could say how good it is compared to The Witcher because you played.
But I've never played Watch Dogs.
I know, but you played The Witcher. You have reference for that, and you talk to people. I don't like people in video games.
I've got some hours.
I don't like talking to people in video games.
I actually like The Witcher, but The Witcher always feels like
sad.
Like no, it feels like you gotta devote time.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can't just jump in and jump out. You gotta sit down and be like, yeah, I'm finna do this.
I tried to play some more Jurassic World yesterday, and because they had updated it and added a whole bunch of new stuff, and I haven't played it in months. So I tried to jump back into that, and I was like, they added so much stuff. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And then I had to stop because I'm like, I could sit here for like 10 hours.
That's why you have to talk to the NPCs. See, in The Witcher, you can talk to people and they'll tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Go over there and do this thing.
And in Jurassic World, they added bathrooms. So now you have to put bathrooms in your parks. Like,
But
Planet
isn't
Coaster.
Jurassic World Planet Coaster?
Yes, it is Planet Coaster. It's made by the same people.
Which really was not fun.
No, it's more fun than Planet Coaster just because of the dinosaurs. Because you can focus on the dinosaurs.
I guess if you want to build things, it could be okay. But the game of it, of trying to keep people happy and all that stuff, it really is not that
See,
fun.
that whole keeping people happy thing, it's definitely priority number 4 in that game.
In which one?
In Jurassic World. It's lower because your main deal is get dinosaurs, get enough like to have a good rating on your island, and then make sure that they have all the facilities so that if a storm blows through, it doesn't unleash them and they murder everybody.
No murder lady.
So you have to make sure they're all taken care of, and when they die, you gotta airlift them out of there and replace them because they have social and, population that needs to be maintained. That is your priority number 1. People having food and bathrooms and places to sleep, you don't need that. They just go home.
You would think.
They do. They do just go home. It's not like Planet Coaster where they get in and then they can't leave. They just get trapped until they find a bathroom.
That would make sense.
That's the worst part.
Well, you could always tell them that the bathroom is over there if you want to take a chance. And just give them like a little doorway they can go into where the dinosaurs are. Everybody would
want to risk it.
Everybody would be going to the bathroom in the herbivore areas.
If you feeling froggy,
Feeling
that's
froggy.
where the bathroom is.
Jump, folks, jump.
Yeah, you definitely have to devote a lot of time. To some games, you really do have to do that, or else you don't get anything done, and it's not worth it.
I don't know. There's something about like The Witcher. It just feels like, and it's not even like I'm not even doing a lot of crafting in The Witcher. I just feel like you get in, you start walking around, you start riding around, and it's just like it's like I'm unfamiliar with it enough that it feels like I need to kind of get back into it again. Outside of the difference between that and like the Assassin's Creed. I can get into Assassin's Creed, do one mission, and then just jump right back out of it again. I don't feel like I gotta I gotta get over there. I gotta talk to a bunch of people. Then okay, now I'm into something, and now I gotta finish it. And you don't feel like that in Assassin's Creed. You just kind of go,
kill this dude. Okay,
kill that dude. Okay, let's go over there and kill that dude. You go over there and you kill that dude, and then
like,
do I want to keep? Do I want to keep going? Okay, let's do one more, and you do one more, and then you get out of the game.
Yeah,
it feels different. Plus, I guess the world itself is a slightly depressing place.
Yeah, it's a little sad. It's definitely the Fallout 4 of fantasy games. It's a little dreary. Fallout 4. That's a sad place to be in.
Hence the name.
They could have pulled a Far Cry New Dawn.
Hence the name Fallout.
But Fallout doesn't have to be sad all the time.
Really?
Yes, really.
You're in a radioactive place where people are barely alive.
Think about it.
And there's mutations and wild giant things coming after your face.
You go into cryo sleep. The world gets nuked. And then
like it's a small thing.
The world gets nuked, and then you come out 200 years later. You're telling me 200 years go by and nothing has changed?
No, I'm telling you that.
But in Far Cry New Dawn, 15 years go by and it's all lush and beautiful again.
Yeah, well, it depends on where you are. And you have to understand, in Fallout, it's the entire world.
Yeah?
No, the Earth is nuked. Where in Far Cry, it's not the Earth, it's just that one. It's just one thing. It's not total Armageddon across the entire planet. You're just stuck in this one area.
But it's still
it makes a big difference. No, it still it makes a big difference though, because you're not talking about nuclear fallout. You're not talking about nuclear winter. You're not talking about the effects of that on the world. You're only talking about one place. I mean, we set off nuclear weapons when they were testing to try to figure out how to make nuclear and atomic weapons. We've set them off all over the world, underwater, underground, on the surface, in the air. We've set them off all over the place. We're still living in a regular green world. And we have Godzilla, of course.
Interesting. But
the giant iguana.
That's from the Matthew Broderick one, isn't it? The one that everybody disowns. The
giant iguana that has lots of eggs.
That's literally the one that everybody says is not Godzilla. Like it was a mistake.
That's so funny. This is what happened.
That was the first Godzilla.
Here's an iguana. Here's an iguana on a nuclear fallout, nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we need one of those. We need the do. We need the now you know.
The more you know.
The more you know thing going by. That's funny.
It's already shown.
Oh, that's funny.
New Nintendo Switch. That is 7 inches and has a 4K output.
Oh, you went and found my news,
yes,
huh?
Yes, I found it.
I almost have nothing to say to this.
Write the list, man.
What are you talking about? I made a list.
You haven't said it.
No, I figured you would get the news of the news.
I am getting the news of the news.
Only because I told you about it.
And then I found it later. I was literally scrolling and then it popped up. And it didn't have much more to say than what you already said.
Maybe you should. That's all there is to say. The screen's
4K output.
4K output with a 720p screen with an OLED screen.
Yeah, 720 OLED screen.
Come on now.
And it's coming this year.
I really do not like that. Can we get a 1080p? We've got 1080p screens on phones.
That are.
Can we get a 7-inch 1080p screen on a Switch, please?
And that's smaller than that.
It's kind of. I don't think this screen is 1080p.
But that screen is smaller than that.
No, but I don't think it's. I don't know if it's 1080p.
Sure.
I don't know. iPhone 11. Is it 1080p? Aaron's gonna put the answer in the screen somewhere. I don't know if iPhone 11 is.
I know the 6 probably is.
I don't know if it's a 1080p screen or not. But the fact is, there are phones with 1080p OLED screens on them, which means there could be a 7-inch 1080p screen.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for 4K, but we should have 1080p.
4K output.
But what does it mean if there's 4K output for games that are in 720? See the problem here, people?
I have no idea.
Are you seeing the issue?
They've only announced this much. They haven't said any. I mean, they don't even have a release date other than
true
this year.
Nintendo fashion.
Yeah, other than this year, they haven't.
I like I said, I definitely think as the powerful influencer that I am, give us the goddamn 1080p, fix the freaking Joy-Cons, and let's move on here, people. Let's get to it.
Yeah. What were you saying about Nintendo last week? How they really know how to.
Was cursing involved?
No.
Oh.
Well, maybe.
Then I don't remember.
Maybe.
What did I say?
How they really just know how to back you into a corner with you and just take your money because you know that.
Well, I was talking about their games.
Yeah. You can't get their games
anywhere else. Yeah, well, that's.
So they can keep charging $60 for a game that's 3 years old.
Yeah, they can do it forever because it's never gonna get played on any other system but theirs.
Yeah.
For their games. So, okay. Well, I guess now you can't really say that about Mario because now you got Mario on iOS.
But it's not the same.
No,
it's not Mario Party.
It's not the same. But you can play Mario games, and the games that you play on iOS you can't play on the Switch. I don't think.
No.
But
like the Dr. Mario World, you don't. That's not on the Switch. I don't think.
So keep in mind when we're talking about Nintendo, they basically got you. They got you over a barrel all the time.
Yeah. And just with their own systems, because you have the.
Well, not with the online stuff. They can now throw all the online stuff from those other systems. They can put them.
No, but like the different versions of the games.
But they could put it on the Switch.
They could.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. They could. They can now take everything from that back library from a failed console and now stick it into the online for the Switch. And they can keep doing that for years, which means you're going to keep buying it.
Yeah. But
you bought it on the Wii and now you got to buy it again for the Switch?
Yeah. I have Super Mario 3D Land on my DS, but on the Switch, and I think on the Wii U when it came out, it's Super Mario 3D World. Mm-hmm. And that one has more stuff in it, and it's got, more levels and power-ups, and it's like the better version of the game, but on the DS, it's like the light version. But it's still fundamentally the same game.
Telling you.
So then you end up buying that twice.
Well, what's gonna happen if you have a Switch, there's kind of no reason outside of the battery issue and the Joy-Cons to really buy another Switch at this point. Because really, why? There's no real point there. You're not getting anything that much better. And if you don't have a 4K TV, it really doesn't matter all that much. But I think the next Switch is going to be the next thing to come out after this. That's going to be the thing that you're going to want to upgrade to.
Not this one.
Why?
Not the 7-inch one.
Why? You don't have a 4K TV. So what's the point? See, 4K output is only good if you've got a 4K display. If you don't have a 4K display, you're either playing handheld or you're playing on something lesser. You're playing at 1080p or less, so who cares? Yeah. You're not getting anything any better. So, why upgrade? Excuse me. If you got a reason, let us know.
Doom the Ancient Gods Part 2.
Yeah, man.
The teaser trailer coming on the 15th of March.
Dude,
the screenshot is ridiculous.
I absolutely don't need a teaser trailer.
Just the screenshot.
Just bring it out, man.
Throw it up there. Just the screenshot. Look at all that.
Just bring it out.
Look at how ridiculous that is.
Really?
They're looking at it right now.
Really?
that's why I need to go back into Doom, because I got to finish this one to then see what is to come. There's a game called Outriders that's coming out. I don't remember when it's coming out. It's coming out this year. It hasn't come out yet, but the demo is out on Steam, and I installed that, so I'll play. There was something about how people were farming too much in the game, and it was sort of like breaking the balance of the game because people were farming for really good weapons too much. Mm-hmm. So, but I have no frame of reference because I know nothing about the game. But there's a demo, so I'll play that and get back to you.
Okay.
It said the whole prologue of the game is the demo, so I'll do that.
You know that's a dangerous thing to play because you play it all and then you're like, yep, I gotta have it. Because now you've invested time and energy into it.
That's the danger of the demo.
It's the danger of the demo.
Hogwarts Legacy, coming 2022. I think it was announced last year. It's like a Harry Potter RPG.
I really hope that something called Hogwarts is Harry Potter.
My point is, it's an RPG. It's like an open world RPG. It has lost a developer due to his toxic online presence.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Cancel culture. Here we go.
Yeah.
Cancel culture in gaming. This is going to be interesting.
He quit due to people reacting negatively to his YouTube channel because he was against social justice and in support of discrimination amongst the gaming community.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a whole gaming group called GameGate where their whole thing is screw everybody else in gaming, minorities and LGBT people, and they say get everybody out of gaming. You know, they're gaming Nazis. That's what they are. And he is in support of them. So, and people found that out and were giving him a bunch of hate. So then he left Avalanche Games. He left them.
Who is this dude?
I don't remember his name.
You don't? Wait a minute. This is news. You don't have the person's name?
No.
Okay, you definitely need to put the person's name and their picture up on the screen.
There it is.
With the article.
Yes, there it is.
Where'd you get this said article? Do you know?
From
The Verge.
All right, so
The Verge.
put this out.
Yes.
So wait, should there be tolerance in gaming?
Yes.
Why?
Because there's tolerance in life.
No, there isn't.
Or there should be.
So should there? What do you think? Should there be tolerance in gaming,
Yeah,
or
why?
should people be allowed to just? There doesn't have to be tolerance in writing of books. There doesn't have to be tolerance in the making of movies. Why is gaming different? Why does there need to be tolerance in gaming? Answer that question.
I think there should be tolerance in everything.
No, you don't. Because if there was tolerance in everything, you'd have nothing to talk about. There has to be the other side. There has to be the skinhead. There has to be the person that hates all gays. The person that is lesbian. There has to be all sides.
Yeah.
And there have to be people that feel strongly about their side without tolerating the other side, because those people exist. Like if you're creating a world, like say a cyberpunk world, you kind of have to have all things represented. If you start excluding, then you're just not telling an accurate story about our world.
Yeah.
Now, if you're gonna make a comment about our world, you kind of need all that stuff.
Right.
So, do we need tolerance in gaming, or do we need equal representation and an even hand in that representation in gaming? I'm editing my picture. My daily photo. You gotta flash up my A-Train
I
photo.
always put it up there.
The daily photo. Go check out the daily photo!
It always goes up.
Damn it.
Additionally, J.K. Rowling is not involved in the production of this game due to her
she got her own problems.
Yeah, due to her anti-transgender stance. And as a result, Avalanche has suggested that trans characters will be allowed in the game.
Oh, that's so funny.
Which I'm assuming can only mean that in your character customization you can make them trans.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
To me, that.
But
See, you know what that says to me? I'm not gonna say what that says to me.
say it.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Why not?
No, I'm not gonna say it.
We'll get more views.
It's better if I don't.
But we'll get more views.
No, we'll be automatically not getting views.
Really? This was just news. I don't really have a comment on it. All I was.
I think you've made all your comments.
Yeah, but my main thing was how do you represent a trans character without just throwing that in there?
Throwing what in there?
Like if you came across a character in the game that's just an NPC, you wouldn't think twice. Like you wouldn't be like, oh, what's your sexual orientation? Like that's not something you think of.
But in
when you're
some games
walking
you
around.
can have sex.
Yes.
So then it would matter.
That would make sense. Yeah, that would matter then. But in a game where you play as a student at school, I'm sure that's not the case. And
fine, students at school have sex.
but no, it's a Harry.
What do you
it's
mean
Harry,
no?
It's Harry Potter.
Wait a minute, didn't Harry have sex?
At school?
I didn't say at school. In the world. They got
In
old.
the world, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So then other people could have.
Yeah.
And other people could be trans.
Yeah.
Okay. They could have a trans teacher.
I know, but you would never know
Oh,
if
boy.
you wouldn't never know.
No, you would if they told you.
Right, but they'd have to tell you. So if they didn't tell you anything, then you would not know.
Oh, so you're saying all people assume that all other people are straight.
No.
Let's have that talk.
I didn't say that.
See, this went down the road y'all wasn't expecting, didn't it? Keep going with your news, man. You about to get messed up up in here. They about to come after you.
I don't know. It was news.
Yeah, it was news.
I put it on the list because it was news.
I don't want to hear it. They coming for you.
Don't come for me. Please.
Come for him in the comments.
Oh yeah, if it's in the comments.
Come for
Comment.
him in the comment.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
Give him a thumbs down.
Sure. That's engagement.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
Well, I mean, it's something. It's more likes than just me liking my own video.
Dude, you're not supposed to tell them that either.
There's a new handheld gaming PC from AMD. I don't know. I haven't heard of the company before this, but it's a thing. It's essentially almost the same thing as the new Switch. So it's called the Aya Neo, and it's 7-inch. But it has a 1280 by 800 LCD screen.
Say that again.
1280 by 800.
That means it's very wide, but not very tall.
Yes.
Which, could that be what the iPhone is?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm unsure. I think that's what a phone might be. But not just the iPhone.
I
but
literally
like,
said an
not
iPhone.
just the iPhone. The Razer phone that is
Yeah,
the
I think
gaming
they
one
might
and
be.
like that one.
They might have that aspect ratio. I cannot remember all the aspect ratios for phones. I'm not that guy. You got to go see Marquise for that shit.
Yeah. But this one has an LCD screen and it's a handheld gaming PC, and it looks like just looks like a PC and a Switch had a baby. That's how it looks. So that has been announced and is being crowdfunded on Indiegogo, I believe.
What's up, Indiegogo?
And finally, what I have is PlayStation 5. They're releasing a new sort of generation of their PSVR. And they've got some games coming out for their PSVR, and the one that I knew something about and could talk about was Doom 3 VR.
Is this after 2016 or?
No, Doom 3.
Well, there's
It's
no
the same.
numbers. Oh, it's the old.
Yeah. The one that's more like a horror game. That one.
That game sucks.
Doom 3 VR.
You want to do that?
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to play normal Doom 3. I saw you play that and how much you hated it.
I did not like it.
And the fact that it's...
There's a lot of the components of Doom 3 in 2016 and the last one, but they're an Eternal. But the, like even crawling around the small spaces, you're not worried about being attacked in these versions by crawling in those spaces, where in the other one you were. So every corner was scary. Whereas in this, every corner is not scary. It's just every arena is hell.
Yeah. And I think the only element of 3 that you could see in like 2016 was you were walking through a UFC base, and then there's like a little hatch and an imp pops out of that hatch.
I think the problem is, if you're gonna play Doom 3, you need The Rock.
He didn't make that movie better. Neither did Carl Urban. Neither of them made that movie better. That movie
You
sucked.
just needed The Rock.
No.
Once you had The Rock, you're good.
No, it wasn't good. He didn't fix it. No. He did no. If you haven't seen the Doom movie, it's not called Doom 3, it's just called Doom.
It's awesome.
Watch it. It's not awesome. Do not spread misinformation like that.
Fake news!
That's it. That's all I've got.
So what are we playing today?
We're playing Doom. We're going back.
No, you're going back because you are afraid.
I'm going back. I was not afraid.
Dude.
Traumatized slightly?
Dude.
Yes, but afraid, no.
Dude.
Which those videos have been coming out. So if you're not watching those, you should watch them. Because they've got
You're not watching.
They've got
You
the
should
funny.
watch.
They've got the funny in there. And they've got the funny with very minimal amount of editing. Which that's always good.
Why do we need minimal editing from a person that's sitting in one space all day long? Y'all need to get on it.
If it's funny by itself and it doesn't need any enhancement, then that's good.
It's funny, alright.
Makes the process faster.
I watched it.
You watch yourself laughing at me while
eating
chips.
And it's funny even the next time.
I think it's funnier because you either forget what happened or already know what's about to happen.
But it's very funny because even when Keegan chimes in, that makes it the best. Maybe you should listen.
It's not helpful when you have a peanut gallery.
Hey, peanut
Such
gallery.
as
You
a
gotta
little
have a
sister.
live studio audience to comment on your gameplay.
See, that is not a good idea.
It's very good.
It's not a good
Definitely
idea.
do it and record it and watch it again. It's very funny. Tips and tricks. That's what we're here for.
What's on your list? Since you made yourself a little list, is Splatoon the only thing?
I had to post. Picture is now posted. EA banned me from Apex Legends. I haven't played this in over a year. So they were celebrating Black History Month by kicking off a black player on the last day of Black History Month for not playing a game, but saying I cheated. This is literally like getting killed by the police for a broken headlight that you don't have.
I think your game was hacked. I think somebody hacked into your
I don't think, right, they must have hacked my account, but
and then got into your game.
now I can't, I have no recourse. It's like stupid. It's like, okay, so you just lost a player but for no reason because...
I mean, you weren't going to play it anyway.
I might have. I had an option to play it before, now I have no option. And no recourse. Thanks, EA. Maybe we just don't buy your games ever again?
Well, it's not EA. It's Respawn.
No. EA banned me.
Oh, well, that's different.
for no reason because I haven't played the game. So
That's a problem.
that's it. That's my whole list.
That's it.
Well, I had the EA thing.
Uh-huh.
I had the drift thing.
Uh-huh.
And then I had you talking about you had nothing to talk about for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
That was my list. So we've covered my list, but it was far more organic.
Because you're all about organic.
I am all about the organic.
See, I'm not about organic. I don't like that.
I like to have the nice
like,
flow.
yeah, you
man,
like
to
like
the
to have
conversation.
a flow.
If
and
you watch the
everything
if
gets
you watch the
incorporated.
traveling fars in our coffee chat, we do the same thing. It's got to have a flow. It can't. If it's forced, then it doesn't feel good. And I don't edit out the things to make it flow, like to force the flow. I don't edit in that way. I want the conversation to just run. So, if you're watching the coffee chat, if you're listening to us here, it's all about the flow. Hello, pigeon. There are pigeons. Lots of pigeons.
Lots of pigeons. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Say goodbye to people then.
Check out our Instagram and our Facebook and our Twitter. On all of those things, we are Aaron's Game Chat. I totally forgot to talk about the Twitter.
There's Twitter.
Yeah, we have you made the Twitter.
No, I'm saying, what did you forget to talk about?
The fact that it's there. So we have like one follower and it's you. So because I can't
Come see us on the Twitter.
because I can't get to my personal Twitter account. So I'm only.
You can always make another one.
I know, but I'm only operating on the Aaron's Game
I
Chat.
know, but you can always make another.
I'm not gonna make
It
another
literally
one, man.
takes like 5 seconds
I'm
to make a
not
Twitter
gonna make-
account.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make another one.
Why not?
Because I'm only gonna use the Game Chat. I don't even.
So
I
you
don't
heard
even
that.
use-
If you send anything to the game chat, you were talking directly
yes,
to
it
him.
is directly to me, and the Instagram.
And the Instagram.
So go check out all those things, and don't forget to check out our Patreon. Fund our gaming.
What is the Patreon? for the people?
Patreon.com/thetravelingfars. Do it. Which I found out the other day, our YouTube is not youtube.com/Aaron's Game Chat.
What is it?
It's a big, long, just...
Garbly-goop.
Yeah, it's just... I don't know how to change it. I don't know what you have to do to change it.
You can ask the Google, since Google owns the YouTube.
Yeah, I'll look that up later just to make it a little easier. But, you know, all the links are in the description, people. Just go down in the description. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I forgot that it was YouTube and we have to say that, or else people don't
I think
do it.
it's really sad that you have to say that.
Yeah,
but
me
you do
too.
have to say that.
You do have to say it. And you have to say it like several times a video. And have it at the end.
So like and subscribe.
So like and subscribe.
You know we have like and subscribe buttons that you can put on the screen.
I put them on the screen all the time.
Well, there you go.
At the end of every video.
That's why they should like and subscribe.
Yeah. And watch the playlist.
And after you watch the playlist,
The like and subscribe. Ring the bell.
ring the bell, man.
That's another thing you can do. We're out of here.
See you later. Peace, love, and hair grease. I can't just sit here. I just want to sit.
We have another show to do, man.
But I don't want to get up.
We have another show.
I don't want to get up.
We gotta do the other thing on the
I
show.
don't wanna.